Hey everybody, I want to kind of return to an analogy that I use regularly in writing, in my videography, the analogy of the puzzle. And have you ever done like a jigsaw puzzle with a few people? And when you do a big jigsaw puzzle, every piece fits exactly where it's supposed to. And rarely do you get I can't remember if I brushed my teeth or not. Okay. Anyway, back to it. Rarely do you have like a person sticking a puzzle piece where it doesn't belong. If you've got 2 or 3 people working on you with a puzzle, they're like, you know what, that doesn't really go there, dude. It doesn't go there. And so, but let's say a puzzle piece does fit almost. It's the wrong piece, but it almost fits. So everybody that's present agrees, yeah, it looks like it fits. So he puts that puzzle piece in, and then the rest of the puzzle is a little bit altered. Not even that, it's near impossible to get together. We can do sections here, sections there, but when you get one piece somewhere where it doesn't belong, what happens to the rest of the puzzle? It becomes practically impossible to get together, right? Well, okay, I want to talk to you about some stories. Not stories, but things. Things that we've grown to believe are true from over time. People have proved it somewhat, or possibly, or we've taken their word on it, that they've done the studying necessary to that it makes sense. Okay, there's a whole list of things I have to talk to you about in this realm, where we were putting the puzzle together as mankind, as a race, as a species, and we got the puzzle piece in there, and it looked okay, and everybody says, yeah, I think that fits. And then from there, it altered. All puzzle pieces put into the puzzle after that. Okay, well, I'm just going to talk to you about one of them. One of those pieces, questions that we've asked over time, right? And it's about mummies and pyramids and pharaohs and gold. Okay, and I really don't know. This is who's making all this noise. Her name is Tesla. Okay, I want to talk to you about this, about mummies and about pyramids and King Tutankhaman. I'll add him in there. Oh, Tink, it's the mailman. It's okay. Shh. It's okay. Now, I'm sorry to get interrupted. My train of thought. I've thought about this for a very, very, very long time and asked questions. We all have been asking questions. Who built the pyramids? What are the aliens and spaceships that are recorded in the hieroglyphics on the pyramids? Tutankhamen, buried when he was a young age from the carbon dating, right? and mummies. And they give answers to questions about mummies that we've all accepted, that they were wrapped about what had happened to the mummies after, how they were preserved, and in the tombs and whatnot, or for the tombs. The idea, it's not an idea of mine. This is an evolving idea of what the human body, human species altogether would look like if we were to drink from the cup, drink our own urine continuously from birth, raising generation after generation of children and beings with that consciousness. With that, we would use a lot more of our brain than 10%. We would be stronger and live immensely longer. Okay, I don't want to get off track here. What I really want to talk about is mummies and Tutankhamun. There are so many clues that Tutankhamun, King Tut gave me, Tutankhamun, gave me when my friend and Claire and I went to see the exhibition in Denver a few years back. And those clues and hints and questions that came about through that exhibition and seeing those artifacts for real have basically answered so many things, but it isn't someone's interpretation of what those things mean. It is from Claire and I talking over it and questioning. And okay, I'm going to stay on track for you here. Mummies. What would a human body look like, and how long would the bones last if that body practiced urine therapy continuously through its life? What I'm here to say to you right now, I think we would have the bones of a teenager, and we would live so much longer, basically indefinitely. Now, if you have a human being that's living 800-900 years, 1,000 years, the only way that human being would be killed, I believe, would be to smash its skull, to smash his or her skull, which they found a hole in Tutankhamun's head, right? Now, his bones to us would carbon date back to an age of about 19, early 20s, late teens, our healthiest, strongest point of being, right? And mummies, any mummies we found, it's not what they did after the body died, it's what they did during life that preserves them for thousands of years in the way that they are. This is strictly my take on it, right? A thought, a possibility that maybe this puzzle piece isn't the right one, and therefore all of this looks different than it would to us if we had the right answer to what happened right then. Okay? A lot of the artifacts in King Tut's tomb told us the whole story of Shivambu and recycling our own urine. I could go on and on about it. There are, I would say I could make a clip talking about 3 different artifacts to give you a little bit more about that. So I'll work on that for you. I will work on that for you. Okay? Once we get a few of these pieces that were not the right piece to go into our puzzle and to begin with, a whole bunch of things are going to start making sense to us. Right? So consider the thought that mummification happens while you're alive. Because it changes you from the very inner core of you, from bone marrow and bones, blood, everything is perfectly healthy and changed, right? Think about that. Think about King Tut. I think about King Tut a lot. I think about you a lot because we are evolving and it's hyper speed. Thanks for watching, guys. You are awesome. Just don't forget that.